everybody.
Wait, did you want us to record ourselves, or?
J-Mash ruining the moment.
I'm doing it just in case, so you can if you want to.
Yeah. No, I was just making sure.
You guys are ruining the moment.
I was. That's all you as usual.
Hello.
kind of
Welcome
our
back to the Scooch Podcast. Welcome back for your another quarterly podcast. We record a podcast each quarter of the year.
How many times you gonna say welcome back?
You know, I probably have a problem with podcasts at this point because I feel like it's me that makes these podcasts inconsistent.
Why?
No, it's probably me.
Wait.
It's probably me.
You gotta look within the friend group.
Yeah.
Who's to blame for this?
I'm only saying me because we had the issue with talks. That was wildly inconsistent. And now the same thing's happening with Scooge. But if we're thinking about it based on channels, J-Mash's channel is very inconsistent. But we're not throwing blames at people.
Hey, this is our second podcast of the year.
That is fair. That is true.
But
in all fairness, I do have something coming out soon. I don't know when it'll be up. Probably be up. If everything works out well, it's gonna be out next weekend.
Why I now hate The Walking Dead.
How'd you know?
Featuring AMASH77.
No, hell no.
But welcome back, everybody. We have the Core 4 back in action.
Wait, what?
There's only 3 of us, though. That doesn't really work.
What? There's a fourth person here.
There's not a fourth person.
It's the audience, you dumbass.
That was a very J-Mash quote of me.
Yeah, that's right. Scooge goes meta.
Now instead of J-Mash thoughts, we go to the audience. The audience thoughts?
Yeah. We're doing.
And we just wait and be silent for the rest of the video.
We're doing Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, great podcast content right there.
Hey, I'm okay with that one now.
Audience, what should J-Mash say next?
What should
No.
Oh, great! So I gotta be silent the rest of the video. Cool.
We could do like a Netflix interactive thing, and they get to decide J-Mash's dialogue. I really like that.
That would have to be a live thing.
So each J-Mash rebuttal is viewer voted.
I just don't do anything for the rest of the video at that point.
Oh yeah, by the way, rate us 5-star on Spotify. I've said my piece. We could talk about whatever else now.
Yeah, watch us anywhere you guys like to. Spotify, Apple
only Spotify.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
okay.
Only Spotify.
Yeah, you. I'm pointing at you listening on Apple Podcasts. Leave. Someone's gonna feel really called out, but
I doubt it.
No, we have Apple Podcast viewers, at least one.
Okay.
There's
a
percentile. No, why would I go to Apple Podcasts? I don't even have an iPhone or a Mac.
I don't know.
And we gotta support ourselves somehow.
I am not watching. I'm not listening to us.
I'll listen to some of the episodes I'm not on.
Well, that makes sense because you don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, every now and then I'll go back and watch like a like that Halloween hangout video we did.
The Mashies. That one's good to look back on, even though that was the last one we did.
Was that the last video on this channel?
Yeah.
I thought you did one more after that.
Nope. Our last podcast was the Mashies Best of 2022.
I think at this point we should probably I literally just lost my train of thought.
Jump ship. Yeah, let's pack
No,
our
no.
bags, boys.
We're moving to kick.
Oh God.
Wow, bringing that dinosaur back.
No, not
No. He's
Or
talking
was that
about.
something new?
Yeah, it's a competitor to Twitch, and it has a C in it. Like you kick.
Okay.
Yeah, it's full of not so good people.
Gotcha.
And it's also backed by a gambling company, so they want you to gamble. Remember.
Well, let's not get into other companies. What company we are getting into is
What?
Paramount Pictures.
Because we're the core four.
This is bull.
Core 4.
That's a load of BS right there.
What is?
I was scrolling through Facebook and I found who is this? IGN. Did a ranking of the Star Wars movies.
Oh yeah,
I thought it didn't go past 3 episodes.
I thought the 3rd episode just came out. It's kind of. I mean, I guess you could rate it a trilogy.
Y'all stupid.
But
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, I guess you could. You could rate it a trilogy.
Yeah, they got Rise of Skywalker, which they're missing the Clone Wars movie. Rise of Skywalker at the bottom, which same here. Then Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace, Solo: A Star Wars Story, Revenge of the Sith, Force Awakens, Rogue One, Last Jedi, Return of the Jedi, A New Hope, and then Empire at One.
I think we're just stalling for time right now.
I really got to finish A New Hope.
That's the first movie.
Yeah.
Wow, dares.
Dude, all right. I think we've talked about this before on like way previous Scooter episodes.
May the 4th be with you.
I was gonna start it at one point, and I got like halfway through A New Hope, and I was like, "This is really good," but I'll finish it later because I think I had like a college paper or something to do at the time, and I just never went back to it.
Scooter's like, I gotta finish A New Hope, aka just Star Wars, because that was a Star Wars for like a year or two solid before sequel came out. But we're talking about another franchise that starts with an S. Starship Troopers.
Shrek.
Yeah, Shrek. Yeah, that's a better one. No, we're talking about Scream.
Ooh.
Ooh. So who wants to go first? Like,
Shouldn't somebody scream? That'd be a little bit better.
No.
I don't have to. Yeah, it's too early. I don't have the soundbite for a scream, a stock sound.
I do not want to peek this microphone.
I got scream. Yeah.
So what do you do in a horror movie franchise when you run out of ideas?
You
You take it to the big city.
You start just killing off every original character you can. I think that should be the main goal.
They didn't kill off any original characters in the movie, though.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we don't know what happened to Sydney.
She's alive.
So apparently Nev Campbell didn't come back because of
They're gonna kill her off screen.
Nev Campbell didn't come back because of some pay dispute. So I don't even know if she's gonna be in Scream anymore. So, but yeah, that line was hilarious, Miguel. Sydney sends her love. She's in hiding. Like what? What? So, just with all horror franchises, when you run out of ideas, you go to the big city. So I'm thinking Scream 7 is going to be in space because that's where you go next. And the tagline
Don't even
tagline
go
is no one can hear you scream in space.
That's funny. I am down for this.
At this point, I'd accept it because
No.
Scream needs to change their formula because it is getting trite and
Listen.
tired.
Billy Loomis's like his cousin's uncle, sister's nephew got a job as like an astronaut, and this is like his first week out in space.
Billy's
Billy's
dad was really an astronaut, and this is a prequel.
I hate y'all.
I love how Billy's character's been reduced to Ghost Dad.
Yeah.
It's really fun. And is he supposed to be like his 20s self? Like, are they de-aging the actor and like the...
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird.
And that's de-aging CGI for you.
I mean, he still looks 50. And do too good of a job. But
I think it's fine for what it's worth.
yeah, I mean, I've always gave props to Scream being one of the more grounded horror franchises, but at this point where people are surviving 100 stab wounds and ghost dads, I think I've finally checked out.
I mean, with
You
the
know?
Ghost Dad, it's
I mean, I know what they're going for, but it's not working for me.
like it's all in her head.
Well, I get that.
Yeah.
That did happen to Tara in Scream 5. She got mollywopped at the beginning of that film. But she's fine now.
Yeah, I mean, that was done because just obvious
Mm-hmm.
subversion of expectations.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think
I'm also surprised the siblings didn't die in this one.
oh yeah, Randy's niece
Mhm.
and nephew. That's another thing. Like
I will say that. Was it Mindy, right?
Yeah, Mindy and Chad.
Yeah.
now that's what I was saying. Like people surviving fatal stab wounds. Like Dewey got gutted like twice, if I remember correctly, in 5, and he just bleeds out on the floor like a very anticlimactic exit.
But I mean, with Dewey, if I remember correctly, like the killer, what was her name?
Amber.
Was it Amber? Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah, Amber. Okay, yeah.
Richie's counterpart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richie was. Yeah, it wasn't Richie because he was.
He was in the hospital with him.
himself,
Yeah.
with
Mhm.
Sam.
Right.
But Dewey got gutted, like stab and then slice.
Chad
guts
was
all
Chad
fell
was
out,
getting
didn't
stabbed left and right. Like when
he? But I'm not like people can survive stab wounds. I know that, but as far as the gut spilling, like I want to say like gut spilled out of Dewey.
no, he just bled out. But to counter argument, there's been people through the Scream franchise who got stabbed in the back once and they're done. But these new characters, they're getting hacked like I don't know. They just have a lot of plot armor. And they didn't really kill off anybody besides Mindy's new love interest, and
Yeah.
like nothing really happened in this movie. Like Gail didn't even die.
Yeah.
So
that is true.
I don't know. Like this one just feels like a problem.
Yeah.
I think a lot.
The killer was both the detective and Ethan, and I'm like, no way, that's not possible. And then she had a weird assumption that there was 3 killers, and I'm like, there's no way. That's weird. So I hate the movie. No, no, she didn't. So I hated the movie just because she guessed correctly, basically. And yeah, I just didn't like the killer reveal in the film. That's about it.
My problem, and I think this is with all Screams, my problem is they always make the killer reveals like it's like they all want to be Stu, like they all are like unhinged, and I don't know, I just want like people with their own personality. Why it works with Stu so much is that was just that character's personality, but it's like every time the killer gets revealed, they're like, I'm crazy, I bet you didn't see that one coming. Like, I guess you'd have to be crazy to be a Ghostface killer, but
I mean, Richie, from what I remember, I would have to go, because the only Scream movies that I'll say this, the only Scream movies that are really fresh in my mind are the first one, which I've seen I don't know how many times. I mean, I can recall that one from start to finish. The second one is pretty fresh, and then the sixth one. Wasn't Richie more or less normal? Like he wasn't like a Joker-esque, I'm crazy, wild-eyed kind of thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he was like that, but I think
Amber more than made up for if
that is fair.
Amber was. I remember.
That is fair. I will say the characters of each villain or killers are always more or less the same in the Scream movies. Like, oh, I want to be famous. I want a movie about me. And it's like, oh, this is the 6th time this is happening. Maybe, Gel, maybe you should stop writing these books. Maybe, potentially.
Well,
that's only happened twice.
Yeah, like
with Richie and then what's his face from Scream 4?
Oh yeah, Jill and the
Was
Culkin.
it Charlie?
Yeah, the Culkin brother, yeah. And in the second one, it was the guy like obsessed with sequels. That was a really weird motive. That's one of the reasons I don't like.
Was that his motive?
Yeah, I mean, it's partially because he wanted to be famous, but
honestly, like I remember, like as Timothy Oliphant, I remember, but like I mainly remember the motive from Billy's mom.
Yeah, just
she was the mastermind of that.
Good old-fashioned revenge.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, that was also Roman's motive, is revenge as well.
See, I Scream 3, Jesus, I do not like that one. It is...
I like it. It's fun.
I don't remember it.
I mean, they tried to retcon it as he was the mastermind of the whole franchise. It's like similar to the whole in Spider-Man 3, change the little subject, how Sandman was the actual killer of Uncle Ben and not, that other guy.
What other guy? Oh, you're talking about in Spider-Man. Gotcha.
Yeah.
The nameless killer.
I can't remember if they had a name for him or not, but yeah. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, because I know you said you watched Scream 3 like a day or so ago, but wasn't that the case?
I don't really remember any retconning or like it did a disservice to the first one. It was just kind of I will say it was kind of a weird story where it's like, it was just a weird revenge story where Sydney has a half brother that she didn't know about, and he did direct a stab movie. I don't know if he did all of them, Could be wrong. But they're working on the Stab 3, and it was just taking place in Hollywood. I don't know. I thought it was fun. I didn't think it like did a disservice to the overarching story, which I think they all do. I think the first one's just fine by itself. I enjoy a Scream movie, but I think Scream 6 was just like the last straw where they just do the same thing, and I'm just like, okay, you need to do something different. Just the formula. Adding the new twist being there's 3 killers is not. It's like a curveball that I could see coming. It's.
Mm-hmm.
I did like at the beginning that they.
Is this have either of y'all seen the TV show? Not to interrupt, but have y'all any of y'all two seen the TV show?
No.
I was curious, like how many killers were in that. This like as far as the movies go, I know this is the first one that had 3 killers.
I don't even think anybody counts the TV show.
I've seen some people do, but yeah.
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
they just need to. I don't know. They need to do something different. Because
this is why we're pitching in space.
Because Scream has gotten so meta where it's like the charm of the original Screams was the subverting your expectations. And that was fairly new for the time. But now every movie wanting to do that. Like Scream has become so homogenized that it wants to have this identity so much so that it loses its identity.
Well, that's kind of a problem when like movies continue on in general. Anyways, like when you're like trying to be different from a trope, but that ends up becoming a trope itself.
Right. Like even with Scream 2, it's like it's self-depreciating humor. Even from the second one, it's like, dude, sequels never live up to the original. Like it's very on the nose, which was cool for 1997. But once you're in 2023 with a 6th film and everybody is Randy talking about the rules of a movie, it's like it doesn't work for me anymore. Like
there's only one.
No, they're all like that. They're all talking about the rules. Like everybody's just a Randy now.
No, not really.
Yeah, really.
It's really just Mindy.
No, I get that because she's a niece. She started as that character in 5, but now everybody is doing the whole rules thing.
Like you talking about like in movies and like horror movies in general, or like the Scream franchise?
I'm talking about Scream 6, brother.
Who else was talking about the rules? Did I miss something?
I mean, don't all the characters talk about the rules? Like if I mean, they even did that in 5, really. But I don't know. I just
it was led by Mindy. That whole conversation,
right?
Everybody else just fed off of her,
right?
Like they did in the first one,
right? But I'm just saying, they directed where every of the new characters like Randy now, where Randy was kind of this unique thing that kind of like broke the 4th wall.
If you say so.
But yeah, this is definitely the weakest movie for me. I just
the weakest is you would put it at the bottom.
Yeah.
And like all 6 movies.
Yep.
Wow.
I'd have to rewatch a lot of these to figure out where I'd put this. I think just as a movie itself, I think I did enjoy it a little bit more than 5, but that's just because there wasn't really like much of a story to this one. There was just like a lot of killings, and it just felt like a continuation of 5 that didn't need to happen.
Yeah, well, I think what gives 5 a pass is it's a requel or whatever. So it's kind of hits the same beats as the first one. But this one, I think it like the pacing was better and the editing was better. Like it was an enjoyable film to watch. But I'm looking for something more when I watch Scream now. Like it's just become a parody of itself, and that's been evident even since Scream 2. Like I'm fine with just the first Scream movie. I enjoy a Scream movie, like just to turn my brain off at this point. But like, I just need something more. Six just was the straw that broke the camel's back. There was some cool stuff in here. Don't get me wrong, but overall,
I mean, it was definitely the most violent, I'd say.
I hear people say that, but nothing really made me like wince more than the other ones. The only thing that was like more shocking is that they were like the Ghostface killer was hacked up a body and put it in the fridge from the very beginning. But other than that,
I think there were more kills in here compared to 5, which I think is why I enjoyed it a little bit more. But I agree with you overall.
I think, I don't know, just it was fun, but I don't know, like I don't know, it just didn't feel like a Scream movie that much to me.
Okay, so I have a question.
Or what Scream should be, I should say.
Okay, so you know how at the beginning where like they try to fake you out and say, oh, this other dude Scream, right? Or Ghostface in this film.
Mm-hmm.
And would you have liked it a little bit more if it was like that, where like the trick wasn't that we were trying to figure out who the killer was, but it was gonna be like this weird, interesting take that we already knew for the whole time. But like it was about like, I don't know, maybe how the characters find out, or how how his story unfolded or something.
Yes, I think it'd be way more interesting if the killer reveal was much earlier. And they kind of played into that from the beginning. Like with the Spider-Man guy, Flash, he takes off his mask after the killing. You're like, oh, that's new, you know? Like I thought that was cool. Something I really would have enjoyed seeing, which would have been a little fan servicey, is the killers are revealed early, or not even early, but we know the killers who they're gonna be, but they get killed off by a different looking Ghostface. Enter Stu Macher, makes his return.
I was just about to say that's exactly what happened, and then you brought up Stu Macher.
That is almost exactly what happened.
What?
That somebody did reveal themselves and then ended up getting killed by another Ghostface.
Well, I know that happens from the beginning.
I think I'd like something kind of similar to that, but it's up like instead of getting killed, I would like it more that we kind of see them like establish like some sort of a bond with like whoever their target is. I guess maybe it'd be Tara or Sam in this situation. And I like to see that type of form, and then boom, he reveals to them that he's the killer, and they'd have to deal with that emotionally and like physically. I think that'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, J-Mash?
Because I've heard this theory that Stu's alive and all this. How the crap is he? How?
Well, I mean, if Chad can survive 30 stabs to the torso, I think it's possible that Stu can survive a TV crush on his head.
It electrocuted him.
Yeah, but I've seen people survive more in Scream 6. Plus, Matthew Lillard's on board.
You do know people can survive stab wounds in real life, right?
I do, yeah.
Okay. No, I'm just making sure you know that's not totally unplausible.
Yeah, but when it's plausible for 7 characters, I get everybody's different, but no.
I mean, I'm not saying like I definitely think one of the twins, they're twins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, I definitely think one of them should have died. More probably. Probably Mindy. I would have picked.
Chad got jumped, bro. He got jumped by 3 people.
If that's the case, and everybody was Randy in the first one.
No, yeah, I just think the Scream movie itself, like, it's always been meta, but it's in a time period right now where meta is kind of like, I don't know, a little overused at this point. You know, blame some certain adult animations that I won't name currently. I don't know. I still like it for what it is.
Yeah. I just think Scream has become trite, and I'm just ready for the series to end or them do something different. But hey, talking about survivability with J-Mash, that's why we put it in space. Mecha Stew. He's half cyborg.
Mecha Stew, yo!
Back like the dang Terminator.
That's lit. I like that. I like that.
Jeez.
Somebody steal this idea and make it Scream 7.
I
just think we need something crazy.
There's a reason there's only been one movie to do that, and there's none to ever do the same thing.
What movie?
Friday the 13th, Jason.
Oh, Jason X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a different idea.
Do y'all even know that's not even a Friday the 13th movie?
It's a Jason movie.
Like I want to say that's completely separate from.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it
Jason.
if people in retrospect are embarrassed or like, it's not canon. I could buy that.
No, like like I can't remember the exact whole story, but it's because they couldn't get the rights to Friday the 13th or anything like that, so they had made it just Jason X, and it was supposed to be. I can't. I'll send you the link because I can't remember all the little details of it, but yeah, there's a whole rights issue, and
despite that,
yeah,
it's about Jason, and there's a scene of Camp Crystal Lake.
Or we can have premarital sex.
So there's probably some loophole, but it's still a Friday the 13th movie. They probably just couldn't use the title. Anyway, that movie sucks. It shouldn't be Friday the 13th
Jason X
movie.
does, yes.
It's yeah. I will say it's fun though, and that's something movies are afraid to be, I think, in this day and age. Some movies.
I don't think I've even seen a Friday the 13th film.
Friday the 13th is pretty mid. There's some good entries, but
I've only seen Freddy vs. Jason. I feel like.
Oh God.
I will say some of. I actually like Freddy vs. Jason. What you talking about, Noah?
Of course you do.
Let's fight Noah versus Joseph.
That's why I say Jason.
Ido's bucket, Crater Clash.
Joseph likes the Batman and Freddy versus Jason. He needs to be taken out.
Those are hold on, wait, whoa, hold on.
Good Elvis
Freddy versus
impression.
Jason and wow. Freddy versus Jason is like a guilty pleasure. I'm not
Well,
saying
that's fine. That's fine.
Best picture winner, but the Batman is far superior. That's like a whole nother level.
That's not a guilty pleasure.
No.
Oh. Okay.
Better than the Dark Knight.
Sound like he
Anyways, I was going.
Sound like he was in denial when he said that. Better than the Dark Knight. Better than the Dark Knight. You know it's better.
I'm not in
the Dark Knight.
I know the Batman is better than the Dark Knight. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna have another poll. We're not even talking about Batman, but that's gonna be another poll.
I don't know how many times I've talked about this crap. The only perfect thing that I think people confuse Heath Ledger's Joker with the movie The Dark Knight, but whatever.
I think it's a
Anyways,
good
I was going to say
movie
earlier,
without Joker.
but I was going to say,
I'm
yeah,
not-
it's a good movie. It's a good movie. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but
right.
it's not. It's not
It's got legs where the Batman
perfect.
only has wings. Does that make sense?
Jesus.
So the Dark Knight ran so the Batman could fly. But Batman can't fly, he only glides, so it kind of goes downhill.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what this conversation
Allegories! Allegories. It all starts from the beginning, or whatever.
I gotta
airline
sit here
is.
holding my face like, oh no, they're fighting again. I like both films equally.
Ew.
Now you gotta pick a side. You gotta pick a side there.
they're both fine Batman films.
Come on, don't be a fence sitter. You gotta choose one.
Dude, no, the only thing I've agreed with so far with what everybody said is I do think that the Batman did take what was good about like the Dark Knight trilogy and like modernized it or made it better in a sense, but I don't know. They're just as good. I don't remember when I scored them on Letterboxd, but I think they're both really good Batman films. That's it.
They're both good Batman films, but one takes the cake.
The Batman.
Nah.
Thank you very much.
Can we all agree that Ben Affleck's Batman will just kick the shit
Yes.
out of both of them?
No, he would.
And we could just
He would. He would not. He would not beat them. He would kill them.
He would kill them.
Oh man. But yeah, what I was gonna say earlier to get back on topic of the
What if the Ghostface
Scream.
reveal was Ben Affleck? Like, what? You're not even in the film.
What
Ben
if it was
Affleck.
Batman?
That would be cool. See, we need something.
Orchestrated the crime.
See, we need something like that. Just totally out of left field. Like, oh, Batman is the killer. That. Okay.
No, he's Darius is big. Darius is on the Dark Knight side. He's got the Batman at 4 stars and the Dark Knight at 4.5.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Oh,
Trigger.
Oh wow.
Two.
Oh, to be fair,
Two versus
to
one.
be fair, don't take that with a grain of salt because after Scream 6, I put Scream 5 from a 4 to a 3, and I put Scream 6 to a 3.5. So take that with a grain of salt.
Are you saying your opinions can't be set in stone?
I'm saying they can change.
What?
Yes.
No.
I'm saying
No.
they can change.
No, you must have the same opinion from the day you get it to make it to the day you die, boy.
From the day
Oh,
you're
no.
born.
Oh no.
JMash 97 or JMash 98? Which one?
97.
You gotta choose one.
97.
Oh no.
I think I'm about to go with 97 too.
But I will say, Darius, you were talking about Friday the 13th a minute ago, or not really a minute ago, more like 10 minutes ago. But it probably does have the best deaths in all the horror. Some of the best deaths, I'll say that.
Okay.
That's
I mean,
what I was going to say about 10 minutes ago.
That's what I like about a horror film. You know, you just show me some good killings, and I mean, it doesn't matter if you. I rather a goofy horror film because I wouldn't like it if it took itself too seriously.
You can tell we haven't done this in a long time. Everybody's talking over each other. What happened?
Yeah.
I mean, Darius just said that he's in like the goofy horror, and I just said Friday the 13th and definitely fall into that category.
I wouldn't say Friday is goofy horror, except
It's campy.
yeah, it's campy.
Is that a better word?
Yeah.
The goofy horror would be Jason X, because that's just a straight up goofy movie. Or like Freddy vs. Jason's pretty goofy too.
Now listen here.
It's a goofy movie objectively.
Freddy versus Jason is far superior from Jason X.
But the real question is, what about the Goofy movie? Is that a Goofy movie? It's got some heartfelt moments.
The real question is, where will we place the Goofy movie in the ranking of all horror films?
Oh, and all 6 Scream movies? Okay, so it goes Goofy movie, then Scream 1.
then Scream 6.
Hold on, you will put the Goofy movie above the first Scream?
From my 8-year-old memory, yes. I haven't seen that movie since I was 8, probably.
Yeah, I've only seen it once, and I saw it about a year ago.
It's a good movie from what I remember. It was one of those movies from my childhood, so...
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
But yeah, I wouldn't put it above the first Scream.
These are 2 wildly different films. I don't even know if I can compare.
Anyway,
I know we're doing a bit right now, but Jesus.
Yeah, we were talking about other horror movie franchises. I rolled my eye. I mean, it was kind of cool, but I rolled my eyes that they did the same mask thing, like with the Halloween reboot, like how it's all decrepit. It's the very first Scream mask because Richie was a collector or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just found out a bit of a copy. And, well, I mean, they also did that with Scream 2, where the Halloween requel was just called Halloween.
Yeah, I like the look of that decayed
No,
mask.
I'm saying it's cool, but it's a little derivative, a little copy paste job. Boy, am I glad that the new Halloweens are over.
And from what I remember, that decayed mask that started in the Rob Zombie movie, didn't it?
Yeah, but I'm just saying with the reboots coming out at similar times, just seems a little.
Which, I mean, to be fair, considering was it 2018 reboot
Yeah.
of Halloween?
Mm-hmm.
Was a direct sequel to the original.
Yeah, it's
Halloween.
it's a requel.
I mean, it makes sense why that mask is decayed. It's been what, 40 years, 30 years, 40 years, whatever.
Yeah, I know, but I was just saying, Scream copied that. I wasn't saying I had a problem with it in Halloween.
Okay.
So are we all in the same camp that this should probably be the last Scream movie?
No, I think there's some.
No, yeah. I think there was about one more movie they could tell with this cast.
There's still some loose ends. And I think okay, this is my theory. I think they were gonna kill Gale, because that would have been a good send off. Like, don't tell Cindy he got me. But they couldn't get Nev Campbell, so they're like, fuck, we need at least one legacy character. So
hold on.
So that didn't happen until they did the last shooting for the last scene. Which sometimes, some movies, they shoot the last scene first. It's kind of weird. Anyway, go ahead, J-Mesh.
I'm trying to remember before I say it. Did we see Gale Weathers, Courtney Cox, whatever, after that?
They said she was in a hospital with Mindy and she was gonna be fine.
Yeah.
So they said that she would be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But
she could still end up dying.
But that further proves my theory that Courtney Cox was like, as my character's dead, right? But maybe because they couldn't get Nev Campbell, they're like, oh man, we need at least one legacy character in the next one, so let's just have Gale live. Because with that pay dispute, I mean, they could raise Nev's pay and she could come back for 7, but I don't know. It's not looking good for Cindy's character. But with the advances in AI, they probably AI Cindy, and
Nah, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
we have AI Cindy and Mecha Stu.
Jesus.
This is what Scream has become.
They make it look like really shitty like AI animation.
Like the Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
There's no. I'm trying to think. There's no more legacy characters to show up, is there?
All we have is Gale and well Kirby, but she was only in 4. She's hardly a legacy character. I'm thinking Stu needs to make a return, man. Matthew Lillard.
How? How are they going to explain that?
How they explain Chad surviving?
I don't know how many times I've been going.
Well, I gotta tell you. A human can
Okay,
survive TV electrocution through the head.
Okay, I got a perfect like a plot for Scream 7.
Okay,
All right.
let's hear it.
So
I swear to God, if you say Matthew Lillard comes back,
no.
Why do you have
That would be-
why do you have such an issue with?
I don't. I've seen some interviews. He seems like a nice guy. Listening to him, I think he's funny, all that kind of stuff. But as far as the character of Stu, I don't see how they bring him back.
I can only see Matthew as Shaggy now. I don't know, but
I'm just saying, with the new cast, with how many times they've been sliced and diced, I wouldn't doubt that Stu survived.
so okay, we saw Sam put on the mask in this film. She did put it down at the end, but what if one day she wakes up and she's just Billy,
Okay, that's stupid.
and Billy's just back,
And Mecha Stu comes in.
and they team up again?
Okay, let's go with J Mash's theory. His theory. Stu's dead. So is Billy. But this is a supernatural Scream. Actual ghost killers.
It's Billy and Stu's ghost.
Yeah, they're literally ghost faced. Yeah.
That'd be so funny.
Oh.
I mean, they could DH them if they did that. So.
Not only that,
I mean, I can't really count how many times Chad was stabbed, but
let me just say, despite that, they were even gonna bring Stu as far back as Scream 3. So originally in the script, Stu was gonna be in prison, but there was like a cult following of his killings back in Scream 1, and he would like give orders to the cult from inside prison. But they scrapped that idea because the Columbine shootings in 1999.
hold on, what now? I wasn't listening.
Oh my god. I'm not repeating this.
What?
No. No, I'm not gonna give you.
Darius, what did you say? All I heard was Columbine.
Oh my god, what selective hearing. Anyway,
What? That's what got us. Like, where did that come from?
the
kind of
gist
thing.
was they were gonna bring Stu's character as far back as Scream 3, but they scrapped the idea. So I think it's not off the table that Stu's
Where'd
still
you hear
alive.
that?
I read it.
Like, where'd you read that?
I don't know. I'll send you a link later.
Jeez.
Just like I have to believe everything you say. Oh, did you know Jason X wasn't a Friday 13th movie? Where's your source, pal?
Just so the fourth core of the audience knows, I'm not reading any of these articles these people send me.
That's a Joker laugh. that was weird selective hearing though, J Mesh.
What?
I was spilling my guts out.
It's the kind of
J Mesh
thing that
said
happens
Columbine.
like as far as like where did that come from kind of thing.
No, I'm saying that's why they scrapped the idea of Stu being alive, and he has like this cult following that, you know, kills for him.
I mean, all I heard was like it got cut because of Columbine.
Right.
That's all I heard.
Yeah, it's kind of like with some movies avoiding like plane crashes near 9/11. It was just a sensitive topic at the time, so they didn't.
Which I did see this actually. Now that you mentioned that, on a completely different topic. Y'all seen Lilo and Stitch, right?
Correct.
Apparently, because I didn't watch it in the theater, so I mean I don't know. But apparently in the theaters, it was a different version of the ending little chase. Like instead of like if I had like a picture I'd show you, but like in the edited version now you'll watch it as what's the big alien, big fish looking alien? Like the villain.
If you didn't, I know who you're talking about. If you didn't ask, I would be able to tell you his name, but I genuinely don't remember.
Gungor.
But like when he's chasing after Stitch or doing whatever, I can't remember the exact details. In the edited version now, you'll see it like he's going through mountains and all that, but in the theater original version, it's like going through like a city with skyscrapers and all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
Then they edited it after 9/11 because of
They did a similar thing with one of the original Pokemon episodes. It was a bunch of big Pokemon attacking a city, and they did an every episode. They did later, but they didn't around the time.
And that's why they didn't go through with the Mecha Stew idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Mecha Stew versus Godzilla.
That's who the monkey actually is in the next Godzilla and King Kong film. It's Stu.
So, I've been pretty overwhelmingly negative on this film. I want to hear from you guys. What's some aspects you really like about it?
I think I've been pretty in the middle about the film. Like I say, I enjoyed it, but I think that's mostly because
I think I'm the most in the middle. I rated this a 5 out of 10. So you gotta be a little bit. If you're gonna give it a 7 out of 10, you gotta be a little bit more favorable of it.
I really like the killings. I don't know, like I like a dumb, campy horror film, and that's all this was. Turn brain off, enjoy nice slasher.
Okay,
I don't know what else I can want from it.
that's fair. J-Mesh?
I mean, with the exception of Scream 3, there's not a bad movie in this franchise. I mean, this franchise I can watch any of them and turn my brain off and just enjoy it. I mean, if I would have to. Let me preface this by saying I've only seen the first one. Like I said, the first one I can remember from start to finish. The second one I've seen a couple of months ago or so. I haven't seen the third one in a while. I haven't seen the fourth one in a while. The fifth one has been. When did the fifth one come out? Was it a year?
Last year, yeah.
So I mean, when that came out on
Disney Plus.
no, Did it come on? Did it come out on Peacock for a little bit?
No,
I think
it was on
Paramount.
Yeah, it went to Paramount. Then it was off of Paramount.
Yeah,
Now it's back on Paramount.
yeah.
Okay, when it went to Paramount, I thought I could have sworn it went on Peacock.
I wonder what the rights issue is with 4. Like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
so weird.
I think they recently.
I wanted to rewatch it just for like I
Kirby's
about to get
character.
my little current ranking. But I mean, I remember enjoying 4. But as far as I can
I
recall,
like 4. I like
all
4.
of them. Like I would rank them. The third one at the bottom.
Okay, rather than doing a ranking, let's just all say our favorite Scream movie.
Our favorite?
Yep.
The first one.
Wait, yeah. Wouldn't all of us just say the first one?
I mean, the first one was about as
6.
perfect as you could get.
I hate all the.
No,
But by the way, I hate
You hate all of them.
I hate all these movies. This one's the most bearable one. It still sucks. I'll just
Screw. That would have been funny if Scrolls was like, I hate this film. It's also my favorite.
Oh, it's by far the
It's
best.
also my favorite.
Daggone. I mean, is anybody not going to take the first one? I mean, the first one is about as perfect as you could get.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take back that because that was a rather dumb question. What's your least favorite Scream movie? Oh, you know my answer.
Well, least favorite was 3.
I like 3.
I think from memory, which is just 1, 2, 5, and 6. Like story wise, probably 6. Enjoyment wise, probably 5.
You enjoyed it the least? Yeah, it's kind of just a requel. They even said it. Like, even if you do the self-depreciating humor, it still doesn't deny the fact that you're still doing what you're saying is bad. And that's another thing. The first Scream, it was actually elevated horror. You know, it kind of redefined the slasher genre. And now, I don't know, it just seems like they're shitting on Scream now. You know, now that obviously Wes Craven's not at the helm of the project anymore.
I'm about to say, keep in mind, the Wes Craven ain't around anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, and
I know he did 1, 2, and 4. Did he do 3?
yeah,
I'll say.
he did 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 was I think 4 was his final movie ever.
That was in 2011?
4?
2011, 2012? Yeah.
What?
Yeah, 2011.
When did he die?
2015, I think.
I thought it was like 17, 18.
Pretty sure it was like 2015.
Hang on.
But
I'll look it up while you talking.
it's weird too that in 5, I hate to go back to other films because I know the title of this is we're talking about Scream 6, but it's so weird in 5 they pay tribute to Wes with the Wes character, but he's like one of the first people to die in such a like brutal way, like with the knife going through his neck like that. I'm like, how is this like in memory of Wes? We killed him off first, and I don't know. It's just kind of it was a weird tribute. When did he pass away?
2015.
Yeah, okay.
Scream 4 was his last
Outing.
as far as
And then in this video, but I like when Scrolls was telling us about his watching experience through 6, and he's like, "Who's Richie? Why is he calling Sam?"
Yeah.
Man, you didn't even recognize his face as a.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like 5. The only thing
the guy from The Boys?
Is that the guy from? Is
When
that the
was
guy?
he in this franchise?
Is that the guy from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, whatever that game's called? I know that's not the same actor, but
I don't even think he's been in the. I don't even think he's been in the Star Wars.
but that redheaded actor, I just thought
Yeah.
it kind of looked similar. But
Eh,
5, I don't know. It's not a bad movie, but like I think I'd say I like 5 more than this one.
Hmm.
But I just could not, for the life of me, remember hardly anything from it. Like
I
Richie
mean, I can.
was just so forgettable to me. Like I remember Amber, how unlikable she was, but she did stand out.
I didn't like. I'm the opposite. I didn't remember Ember.
Really?
Until you said her name, I was like, I have no idea who she is.
How did Richie die? Because I remember Amber's death.
Sam
I mean,
killed
yeah,
him.
Sam stabbed him. Yeah, that's why they were after her in this film.
Murderer.
Oh, it was just a stab.
Yeah, multiple times.
Because Amber like burned, didn't she? Burned alive.
Yeah, and got shot.
I remember. Like I just remember
think.
like the fireplace on the stove, her catching fire and
Hmm.
yeah.
You talking about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Huh?
I'm just joking, because she died in a similar way, the same actress in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Hold on, that's the same. That's the same one. Same girl.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. That's why I called her out as the killer when I watched 5. I'm like, oh, she's psycho, like in that movie. But
I did not
I'll
recognize her.
I'll say she wasn't as obvious as the Detective Bailey. I'm like, oh, that's
Wow.
the killer. Is that our oldest Ghostface, by the way? I think that's our.
Who?
Yeah, Detective Bailey's probably our oldest.
Mhm.
How old was Billy Loomis's mom?
I
That's
mean,
the
she
real
didn't
question.
look. She didn't. She wasn't gray hair.
Yeah, but you could dye your hair. Women
Yeah.
especially are more prone to.
Man, are you talking about like the actor or like the character?
I don't know.
'Cause I don't even know how.
Where am I? I was kidding.
Billy.
Where am I? What's Scooch?
What's going on?
Nancy Loomis.
But
I think Stu was actually the oldest.
yeah, he was.
No. Okay, yeah. According to this, Billy's mom was in her 40s. So yeah.
You know what's weird is that Matthew Lillard and what's his name's Billy's actor, something Ulrich.
Skeet Ulrich or
Yeah,
Ulrich.
they're 2 years older than Dewey. David Arquette. I just thought that was
Yeah.
weird. I don't know. Dewey just always
Come, my case broke.
came off as older to me. Also, Gal could have just stayed in that room.
She could have.
I know it's for the movie, but there's only one entrance. And
That
one.
gun also sounded like a laser.
I don't remember that
So-
part.
It didn't sound like an actual gun to me. I
Did
don't
it go?
know.
Wow.
Yeah, it sounded like it did.
I don't
Did it have a
remember. I
Did
don't.
it have
Re-
a silencer on it?
I don't recall
mean,
it having.
maybe.
I don't recall it
don't know.
having a silencer on. I thought it was just a regular Glock. But hey, I didn't even remember one of the main killers in 5, so I could be misremembering.
Jeez.
So anything else, lads? Should we get into final scores?
I mean, I've already spoiled my score, but yeah, I mean, we can.
Yeah. So I might, I don't know. I'm teetering. I think 5 is a fair score. Like it was entertaining, yes, but I'm done with this formula. I want something really good in 7. I want something different. I don't know. They need to do something ballsy. They couldn't even kill off like one of the core 4.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd be interested to see if like just because of all of their experiences, I know they said it in here. I just want to see one of them be the killer in 7. You know, more than likely Sam.
At this point. Okay.
Go on.
I was about to say at this point that wouldn't make no sense, but then you brought up Sam. I mean,
I mean, they've been teasing it for like 2 films now.
yeah, but like, why would she turn now?
Good question.
Because her
Maybe
name's Sam.
Yeah, she said it felt right, and she did the whole ghost face thing. But I think maybe she's gonna get addicted to it. You know, who knows? Maybe they become a ghost face family.
Wow. Daggone. Oh, I was just about to ask why would she go after her sister now, but I don't know.
Maybe Scream becomes part of the MCU.
Yeah, maybe they just go after everybody who wronged them or somebody close to them in the past, and eventually goes back to them wanting to kill Stu.
What is it with you two and Stu?
And then we can bring Matthew Lillard back into the Scream franchise.
And it turns out Sam wasn't his Billy's daughter; it was Stu's all along.
Exactly.
Nah, that lady's too Mexican for her to be half Stu.
Jeez.
She is Mexican, for the record.
Also, did it ever say who her mom was?
No, that's just like such a throwaway plot device. Oh, he hooked up with another woman while he was with Cindy and got her pregnant unknowingly.
I'm about to say.
But no, we don't get a Sam and Tara mom reveal.
Yeah, no, because she left both of them.
But she's still alive, so there's a possibility we could see her.
They were full sisters? I thought they were half sisters.
They are half sisters.
They're half sisters. They have different fathers.
Matthew Lillard is Tara's father.
Oh wow,
That'd be so funny.
jeez.
He comes back as a cyborg to rejoin the family.
Hello.
What big mechanic arms you have.
You know,
Wow.
I've had more fun theorizing Mecha Stu than watching Scream 6.
I think I've had more fun thinking about a mecha Matthew Lillard than
Why does the actor like you're not? Okay. Maybe that. Hey, J-Mash. Maybe they should do like Scary Movie and Dewey's the killer. He faked
That'd
his
be cool.
death in 5. Yeah, which would like if they
I'm
did.
about to say there's no faking that one.
If there is to be a left turn like that, it would also spit on the legacy left behind, so they kind of have to keep it safe. They really, I don't know, they really put themselves in a corner, I think. So I don't know what they could do in 7, you know?
Yeah, I don't know what 7 could be.
And will 7 be like well, I think I think isn't it like a brother directed film, like two brothers or something, or two friends? Uh, are they gonna? It's like a trilogy, right? Are they gonna do back to back to back, or are they gonna wait like a decade? Do you think?
I mean, I want to say it's gonna be back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know what a 7 could be about. I don't know. Because these two, you could tell they were connected because it's still like it was an easy thread to go on between these two. I don't know what a 7, how they could thread a 7 into this.
Into the title,
No, not into the title, but just like
like
story was.
like cleverly put the 7.
It could be the eye.
The eye?
Accord,
What did you say? The
according to
eye?
this-
Wait, what did you say? The eye?
I said it could be the eye. Oh. It can be the E. I'm sorry.
It's scrim. Proceed, J Nash. Sorry.
According to this, as of when was this article done? April 25th. So was that a week ago? A little over a week ago, whatever. Scream 7 has not officially been confirmed. That said, it seems likely that the film would happen given that Scream 6 was a box office success, with 6 being far outperforming Scream 5.
I think I don't know. Maybe they would have to get supernatural with it. I'm not sure. Like maybe they could do. I'm not saying it's a good idea, but maybe they could do like Halloween did and be like there's like this evil presence that makes Ghostface keep appearing. And they had to do something to stop it, and that's what 7 is. The finale, the penultimate Scream.
No.
Speaking of finales, there's no. Sorry to get off topic here. Saw. The Saw franchise had like 3 finales, and they're already making. I think one's releasing this year. Just give it up already. Scream needs to give it up already.
Wasn't that Chris Rock movie Scream Saw movie?
It was like a Saw adjacent. So
No.
they subtitled from the book of Saw or some weird thing. But Saw 7 was supposed to be the finale. Then I think Jigsaw was a prequel, but they said it was going to be the last film just to explore a prequel. But then they're like, you know, executives behind the scene are like, Chris Rock wanted a Saw movie, but they didn't want to make like a main entry. But now I think they're making a main entry and it's set for release this Halloween, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I heard saw that, yeah.
But it's,
I mean, I'm not a big follower of the Saw. I think I've seen the first 3, but I haven't seen any after that. Which I actually had the collection. I don't know how many.
Yeah, I like
in there.
I like the overarching story of Saw. Like when I rewatch the films, I just like skip over the traps because that's like the least interesting aspect to me about the movies. I really do like it really does have a good story, but what I think turns a lot of people off, myself included, is it's just too much torture porn. Yeah, it's just a little too much. So I often like there is a really good story behind a good overarching story, but you just have to. If you're sensitive to that stuff, I just recommend skipping over them. They don't last too long, and you know when it's about to happen. So.
Man, I was about to say it's not as it's not the most. What's the word?
It's not the most thought-provoking, but they have some pretty good twists throughout the.
No, like it's not
series.
the grossest, for lack of a better word, grossest
I don't know. It could get pretty gross.
movie that I've seen. The ones that I've seen, From what I remember, anyways. Let me say that because I mean, from what I remember like Hostel being a whole lot worse.
Yeah, but Hostel's more like all in the second act, or like all in the third act, where in a Saw film it's like spread evenly throughout.
I want to say the second one was pretty much start to finish. The first one, yeah, it wasn't until like the last
I mean, yeah, they definitely upped that ante in the
half
second
hour or
one.
whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, the second one I remember being pretty much start to finish.
Yeah. Oh, what if the new killer in Scream 7 is Cotton this whole time?
Didn't he die?
Yeah.
I was about to say. I want to say he died in 3.
Or so we think.
I mean, I can't remember.
But the reason I think Stu can come back, because they even they say a line about that, if you can even believe he's dead. That's why I'm on board. I know that it's most likely he would die from his incident in Scream 1. But I'm just saying, I feel like it's too open for them not to have the return of Stu.
I mean, I don't even remember how he died, to be honest with you.
TV to the head.
Who are we talking about?
Stu.
I thought you were talking about, you mentioned, what's his face?
Cotton. It's too early
Yeah,
in the
Cotton.
morning, I think.
I don't even know who Cotton is.
It's, Leave Schreiber, Sabretooth.
Okay.
It's like the guy who Sydney thought killed her.
Yeah, he was
mom for a
framed
while.
and he went to prison.
Oh.
Yeah, he was cleared in the first movie, or was it the second movie?
Second movie, yeah.
Yeah, second movie after, yeah.
Then he was the hero of the second movie, and then they just killed him off from the get-go in 3. Which I like. I like when there's stakes like that, where it's like no one is safe. But I guess everyone is in Scream 6. But I'm joking. Partially.
Eventually, we will watch all of the Scream films, and we'll come back and do an official Scooch ranking of all of the Scream films.
And mine will be the only correct one.
No, we'll have to argue about it, because we'll have to all like
I'll
Let's
come up with like a combined
argue.
list.
we'll all have to argue about it and decide like as a unit, as the majority vote, what goes where.
As the core 3.
And
As the core 4, the audience counts as well.
that's actually not a bad idea. We can do that. This is like
How about that?
different rankings.
How about that? We sell out and we do the unfunny thing and have AI, Trump, Obama, and Biden make a Scream tier list.
Oh, jeez.
Now that would be good for the channel.
Yeah, I can see that one going over well. Bringing,
But-
bringing politics into any kind of thing will always work out well.
It's not political.
It's political figures, yeah, it will.
And it's just a weird trend going on. But my question is, do we have enough to say about each Scream? Like if we were to
No, I feel like most of it. I think most of it would just be arguing about what goes where. I think that'd be the main attraction towards 3 guys doing a ranking video.
Well, I
It's
wasn't
mostly
even
just
I wasn't even talking about ranking. Like, would we have enough to say to episodically go through each movie?
I mean, I would.
yeah, maybe I wouldn't mind it. I you know from me, I originally wanted to do that on like my channel, so I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah. Guess it would be pretty easy content to pump out pretty regularly.
Every month, another Scream.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
With all of our schedule, that'll be something if all of our schedules can work out that often.
So you're saying a Scream episode every year? By that time, there'll be a Scream 10. By the time we get to 5.
We could stack up on the podcast episodes until October, and then we could start releasing them to make it seem like we were doing them weekly, back to back.
No, I've been through that too much and then not going through.
And then we can get avalanche reviews in.
You can see flashbacks.
But October, actually the least popular time for horror podcasts. I pulled that from my ass, by the way.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a really good time for anything horror.
It's so weird that they released the new Evil Dead in April. That was kind of weird.
I mean, it's weird that they released Scream films in February.
Yeah.
That's not out yet, is it?
It's out.
I thought it didn't come out till like next month. I thought it was like a summer movie.
No, it's out.
What am I thinking of?
A summer horror movie?
Yeah. I remember I saw the trailer when I went to watch. Was it 65?
Oh yeah. 5 out of 10, maybe 4 out of 10. For me. Scream
What?
6. Scream 6. The movie we're talking about.
I think both of those are fine. Kind of accurate. Yeah.
I want some more.
I think it's the Boogeyman that I remember.
What was this, 1934? Getting movies called The Boogeyman?
Yeah, Boogeyman coming out in June.
MASH score.
I'm 70%, 7 out of 10, whichever.
Yeah, same thing I scored it. Nice. I thought I rated it too high. Now it's fine because J-Mash also rated it high.
Oh, so you're just looking for validation.
Validation, yes. Because I'm like, oh no, maybe I should put it in like, because like, all right, because I feel like an out of 5 rating, you always want to be like, 2 seems too small, like 3 is fine. But then when you put it out of 10, and it's like, wait, 6 out of 10, that doesn't seem right. I don't know, it's fun.
Yeah, I said 5 initially, but screw it. I'll stick with 5. This is my lowest rated Scream film. I think the worst Scream film so far.
Boo!
Anyway, audience, we'll have a poll.
No, sucks.
And we'll see who's right. It doesn't matter.
Did you say the audience doesn't matter?
Yeah, I was kidding. No, I'm saying just the polar opposites score. I like hearing like opposing view. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys
that's
said
the main fun
enough
of this.
positives for it to be a 7 out of 10, but if you had just enjoyed it, like Scooter said, turn your brain off, enjoy what's going on, that's perfectly okay. But this is the 6th movie in the franchise that like prides itself on subverting your expectations, where it's just not doing that. It's getting a little old here. Anyway, guys, what's the next movie?
That's a really great question.
Or should we just put it in a poll and let the people decide?
Oh, we're really just turning this to It Scooter. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But I'm not sure. What do you guys want to talk about next?
Mashi's best of 2023.
Best of 2023.
That's probably gonna be the next video we do.
I wouldn't mind going through Scream.
Also, wouldn't mind. To be fair, I wouldn't mind going through any horror franchise. To be honest.
Insidious.
No.
Yeah, there's a new movie coming out.
That doesn't validate it.
It does. It's fresh.
Fresh. I thought the first one was okay, but
I honestly can't. I can remember I can remember the first one. I can't remember any of the second, the third, fourth.
I do have the Scream movies on my list. That's one of the things I recently put on there.
What do you mean your list?
ooh,
I have a document that I've shared with you guys of lists.
I viewed a document.
Lists we can all put on here. We can all add things.
J Mash is the one that has selective hearing, selective seeing.
Have you seen it to me? Send it to me.
It's in the chat. Just scroll up. I'll resend it. I'll resend it.
J Mash just ignores everybody.
Don't take it personal. With
Selfish.
some of y'all's chats back and forth, I do.
I've also added some ideas to it and stuff. Because we were originally planning on making this be like a whole like idea thing about Scooge. What do we want Scooge to be? Stuff, yada yada. So I've added some ideas to it.
Do you mind if I use it as a grocery list? Like,
that's
ignore
fine,
it. I'll put it
that's
to
fine.
like the other side.
Yeah.
Just ignore like milk and cheese and.
I just kind of put stuff down like how I.
Your grocery list is the movies and the TV. You just sit there.
Just buy
just
DVDs.
Just how we see Scooge, different stuff.
Go to the bargain bin. It's your local Walmart, Best Buy. Let's see.
I can't believe J Mash totally overlooked this.
I think going through Child's Play would be fun. A lot of people really like the Chucky series.
What is Poker Face? Like the song?
No, it's a.
Why would it be the song if this is a movie podcast?
It's a series on Peacock by the people that did Knives Out and Glass Onion. That's why I said if we like Knives Out.
I gotcha.
What the hell is Get Out Us Nope?
Those are kind of just like my thoughts going through like the list. Like, oh wait, I actually don't like Scooge.
This is
I think you meant get us out.
This is
Comma,
his,
nope.
This is his diary. Get out of my head.
Get out of the U.S.
Get out of my head. He's like, no, this podcast is about us. And he's like, nope, never mind. I changed my mind.
Darius, I think you're having some mental stuff going on.
I think Stranger Things would be fun for us to go through.
Are you seeing like your ghost?
Mom.
Yeah.
I see Matthew Lillard every day.
Oh, is that your ghost?
Yeah.
Is that your Billy Loomis?
It's my hormone monster.
No,
I don't think J-Mash has seen Big Mouth. It's my hormone monster, J-Mash.
I've seen a couple episodes.
He knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. It's bad. Big Mouth is bad.
They're ending it.
Yeah, they are with one more season.
Jeez.
Human Resources also got picked up for another season, I think, so as well, which I think that'll continue afterwards anyway.
Man,
so it doesn't really matter.
I mean, we could definitely do the Jordan Peele movies. Like, I mean, we've already talked about that one, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Stranger Things, I'd be down with,
I would also be down with.
especially with that new season, the final season coming out.
They're
I get-
talking about spin-off stuff as well. Like I heard they're planning to do a Stranger Things anime, so that'd be weird.
Anime?
Yes.
That
Anime.
What's that?
Like what have they like said what it's gonna be?
No. I'm assuming something similar to how the Cyberpunk anime was. But of course more Stranger Things.
Cyberpunk's a video game though.
I haven't heard that one.
J-Mash said that very Amash like.
It was like verbatim. What's that?
I know what it is, you jerk.
No, it's an AMASH line. It's a long time ago. Scooter made a video about anime with AMASH. And he said, "Anime? What's that?"
Is that like VeggieTales? I love VeggieTales.
Oh.
Hey, that was my jam growing up now.
You got that character to a T. Any closing words for our lovely audience? Guys?
Oh, we're still waiting to pick a next movie?
Oh. Thought we decided, but okay.
Oh, are we just doing Scream? I mean, we could just do Scream. Right. Cool. Any closing words?
I'll put a poll. I'll choose some of the options from this list and put them in a poll and see.
We can also add things.
Yeah, but there's a lot already on this one, so
Yeah. My list for all of my lists are really long.
That's not a lot.
that's like more movies than Scooch has covered probably so far.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
It's a lot for us for this
All
podcast.
of our lists are long. This screams very much so me though. Like I want all of us to add some stuff so it can scream.
Okay,
Us.
I'm gonna add some stuff. All right.
So it can scream us and not just
So
me.
Is this gonna be like the way the Scooge used to be, where we recommend something?
Hey, maybe. Ooh, maybe after we.
He's got the giggles.
No, Skrills is adding stuff as we speak.
What is he adding?
He added the Goofy movie.
Wow. Jordan, what?
None of this laughter will make sense because nobody else sees the document.
Jordan fills you up.
Yep.
Star Wars 3.
I also wouldn't mind going through Star Wars because, like I said, you know, I've started A New Hope. You know, I'm thinking, hey, this A New Hope thing kind of seems like a bop. I can see it starting something.
Wow, this movie has potential to like expand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I am not watching Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna go on podium and say it. You know what? I'll say it.
Ooh. Very controversial, Mr. Mash. Oh wait, it's not J Mash saying something controversial this time.
I don't like fantastical films. I'll say it. I'll put my foot down and say it.
That's fair. That's fair.
You can give me some sci-fi stuff, I'll eat it. You can give me some weird psychological stuff. I love psychological stuff.
Oh hell no!
Who added Jason A?
No, it's
I'll give it one guess.
J6. It's a collab with Harry Potter.
You know, something we could start doing is we could just have like a wheel and whatever that lands
Oh
on.
yeah, the decider wheel. I use that.
Yeah.
What is this? Wheel of Fortune?
I use that for life decisions more than I'd like to admit. But it helps me get stuff done. Because when the will decides, I do it.
Every day, Squirrels wakes up with this magic 8 ball. Do I go to work today? And every day it says yes. It's like, oh, all right.
Damn it.
Guess I gotta go.
But it says no to the shower. So it like just screws me.
Jeez. Um,
Are we
I
done
actually
here,
cannot-
fellas? Do I?
Yeah. Let's stop. End the recording.
Okay.
Stop it.
Bye.